Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Well, in my electorate of Gilmore, we have the second highest number of aged pensioners of any electorate in the country, and the average household weekly income is $1,293, putting Gilmore in the bottom 16 electorates in Australia. Our pensioners are struggling with the cost of living, as are families across Gilmore and indeed all over the country. That's why we're putting in place measures to help them. The Albanese government is working hard across many levels to provide real cost of living relief, and for many families and pensioners, saving on their weekly grocery bill is top of the agenda. With grocery prices on the rise, the supermarket checkout is one place where people are tightening their belts, so we want to make sure their dollar is going further with every shop. We don't want to see ordinary Australians, families and pensioners being taken for a ride by the supermarkets. That's why we are taking decisive action to help consumers get fairer prices at the checkout, both in stores and online. The Prime Minister and the Treasurer have announced $30 million in funding to help the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission conduct more investigations and enforcement in the supermarket and retail sectors. This extra funding over 3.5 years will enhance the ACCC's ability to monitor supermarkets and retailers and to investigate consumer concerns about falsely justified higher prices. This government is giving the ACCC what it needs to pursue the type of process that it announced in its allegations against the supermarkets. We're cracking down on supermarkets, and we're doing this to ensure people who are doing it tough all around Australia are getting a fair go. We all know how fired up shoppers become when they feel they're getting ripped off at the checkout. I know I get frustrated by hard-to-read supermarket labels and confusing pricing on the shelves, so I understand how difficult it must be for Gilmore's thousands of aged pensioners. So, by providing Choice with $1.1 million to conduct quarterly price monitoring reports for 3 years, the Albanese government is giving all Australians the information they need to get the best deal on their weekly shop. The Choice basket of goods reports data based on the purchase of 14 common grocery items at major supermarkets to help consumers make informed decisions about what they're buying. This initiative is an important part of the government's broader efforts to boost competition and put downward pressure on the price of essentials. It's another way we are making our supermarkets as competitive as they can be, so Australians get the best prices possible. Deputy Speaker, this government is also clamping down on unfair and excessive card surcharges, because every extra cent, every extra dollar at the checkout is another hit in the back pocket of ordinary Australians. People shouldn't be slugged with excessive surcharges when they tap their card or phone at their corner store, coffee shop, petrol station or supermarket. We're getting tough so consumers get a better deal, and to reduce costs for small businesses by creating a more competitive payment system across the retail sector. Consumers shouldn't be punished for using cards or digital payments, but at the same time, we must ensure small businesses aren't paying hefty fees just to get paid themselves. This government has announced $2.1 million for the ACCC to tackle excessive surcharges. This funding will enable the consumer watchdog to crack down on illegal and unfair surcharging practices and increase education and compliance activities. We're prepared to ban debit card surcharging from the 1st of January 2026, subject to further work by the Reserve Bank and safeguards to ensure small businesses and consumers can both benefit from lower costs. The Reserve Bank of Australia is responsible for regulating the payment system and is undertaking a review of merchant card payment costs and surcharging. The RBA's review is an important step to reduce the costs small businesses face when processing payments. At the end of the day, we want to ease costs for consumers without added costs for small businesses or unintended consequences for the broader economy. Reducing excessive surcharges will help people and small business owners keep more of their hard-earned money in their wallets and bank accounts. Deputy Speaker, Labor's inquiry into pricing and competition in the supermarket sector, run by the ACCC, the Food and Grocery Code of Conduct Review, the Competition Task Force focus on cost of living initiatives and the Choice quarterly reports will help consumers get a better deal at the checkout and reduce cost of living pressures for all Australians.